What up, though? What up, though? What up, though, man? New Breed 313 Sports, 313 The New Breed, Real Talk, live, Detroit, Michigan, man. Just uh came from the Pistons game. They beat the Warriors. A lot of injuries, man. Like I said, no Cade, no Isaiah Stewart. Durant had a nice game. Um, Good team effort, man. Warriors, they didn't know no Al Horford, no Moody, no Steph, no Seth. Um, Porzingis played, but I think he got hurt, and I think in the second quarter, I think he hurt his back. So they had some injuries there. Draymond played. Shout out to Draymond, man. He gave few kids his shoes and some of his stuff. So that was cool for him to do that. Um, I wanted to touch on the Cade Cunningham injury. Unfortunately, the collapsed lung, back spasms, um, injury and stuff. I think this is just more so of a just letting him rest kind of thing. I mean, I don't think it's a collapsed lung. I just think he's just hurt his back and he just need a couple weeks rest. Um, that's what I think. I don't think this is a injury to where everybody got to get their hopes up and say, "Oh man, our season is lost. We done. We suck." All this stuff, even though we still do have to work on our shooting. But this is the type of time to where you know other guys got to step up. A star got to step up. Dennis Jacobs played well tonight. He stepped up. Paul Reed got to step up. Duran, this is a big step for Duran, man. Duran got to be that guy until K come back. Tobias got to step up more, man. Um, all these guys just got to step up. It was good to see. Um, it was good to see Chaz out there. It was good to see. Um, Tolu was getting a little time and stuff. Um, so it was just good that it was, team guys played. The crowd got involved. Um, it's just good to see that. With this K injury, man, like I said, man, I don't think it's too much of a big deal of it. I think it's just more of a rest type of thing than a serious injury. Um, he's been getting used a lot, and I've even said that in the start of the season. I think I mentioned this. I mentioned this on the XP on the lives. I mentioned this on the Detroit Fan Report that I was more concerned about the usage of Cade and how we can overwork them. Like we can overwork Cade. Like he's playing a lot of minutes, he's doing a lot, and he's using a lot of energy. And sometimes that can break down your body in the season. And I think you might have to rest them, but then I hate the fact that you have to rest these guys and this whole star management thing. I hate this star management. I don't even call it load management. It's star management. I just hate it because it's bad for the fans because we can see this person once or twice a year and then we just don't never see him. Like with Steph Curry. It hurts that he didn't play or even come on the trip, but I understand the circumstances because he celebrated his dad's jersey retirement. So I can't get mad at that. That's family. It's cool. But at the same time, man, I hate when you anticipate having these players come out here and they don't play and they don't come on a trip, and this is the one and only chance you can see the person. LeBron been doing that for years out here. Some of these players do it too. Jason Tatum's done it. Fuck Jason Tatum. But some of these players do that shit. And we don't like it. And as fans, we hate to pay our hard-earned money. And as a season ticket holder, you hate to pay your money for to see some teams, even your own team sometimes get hurt a lot. And you notice a lot of times that a lot of the NBA really don't even care about the fans, really, man. They should do something about, oh man, if a player doesn't play, they should do some kind of exemption or just, get half of your money and stuff because the star isn't playing. They should do stuff like that. Or be like, hey, you obligated to give people some autographs and stuff. Do that. Go to this such and such a store, do this, that, since you ain't playing, do that. It's only fair. Because you hate to spend hundreds and thousands of dollars to see somebody, but at the same time, you should know better because you know how the NBA is. You know how this load management is. So as fans, we should know better than to spend that money because there's opportunities where you can't rely on some of these players to play every game. They're not. The majority of these players are not going to play 82-game season. They just not. They're going to miss some games. Not with this 65-game rule to win awards. You think players are going to really care about that? No, they're not. They're going to work their way around that. So it doesn't matter if you have a 65 or a 70-game cushion to win awards. Players are still going to find their way to get out of that or be like, hey, I don't care. But with this Cade injury, man, I just think we just got to just take it easy. Let's see what we got with all these other players. Let's see what we got with these young guys. Let's give Chaz Lanier. Let him play. Sasser's hurt now. So you'll have to bring up probably some more guys from the Crews. Probably got to bring back up Bobby Clinton. Bring up Isaac Jones, which, since we talking about the Crews, I just want to say this, man. Shout out to the Motor City Crews, man. They clinched the playoff spot the first time since the inaugural season, their first year. So big ups to the Crews for clinching a playoff berth, and the Pistons. Shout out to the Pistons. They actually did it on the same within 2 days. So Crews did clinch tonight. I think they beat the Wisconsin Herd. So shout out to them and the Pistons for both clinching the playoffs. But like I said, man, with Cade, we just gotta just take it easy. He's a lot of times he's doing a lot. He's working hard on defense. He's a player's player out there, man. He's a mature young player. And we lucky to have him. Hell, we could have Jalen Green. Nothing against Jalen Green, but we could have Jalen Green. But we have a Cade Cunningham who wants to stay on this team, who believes in this team, who believes in this city, and has adopted this city to where, like, he's one of us. You know what I'm saying? You just never know. Until if that money gets to that point, he might want to leave. You just never know how the NBA is. You know what I'm saying? You just never know. But we just got to just take it easy on Cade, man. It's just let these 2 weeks of him resting or whatever, he'll need that. It's just spend some time healing, spend some time with family, seeing his daughter and everything. So maybe we just got to look at that as a good thing. But other guys just got to step up, man. Like, they started Jenkins tonight, and he played well. I don't know why they didn't have him start instead of Marcus Sasser in the first place. So I don't know. But we all talk about the some of the substitutes JB does. It's kind of you scratch your head and stuff like that. But man, he got us to winning 50 games, man. So that's an that's a big accomplishment, man. That he had us won 50 games. I think we lucky to win 50 games over the last 2-3 seasons. This couple of years ago, man, we had 28 straight losses. Now we the best team in the Eastern Conference. It just tells you how much of a belief of this team is and how much JB Bickerstaff and his coaching staff really cares about this team, and they respond to it. And they want to play for them. They play defense. Who would have known the Pistons would be a defensive team? Who would have known that? Asar played well, man. He had 7 steals tonight. 7 steals. You know what I'm saying? So big ups to him. The defense turned it up a notch, even though Golden State had a lot of, injured players, but they still played whoever they had out there. They still kept it, tried to keep it close, but Pistons prevailed at the end. But we just got to just monitor Cade and his injuries and his movements and things like that. Try to let him not do too much, kind of get him on I guess have him under a minutes restriction until the playoffs. That's something you may think about. But this has to be the year, man, because next year it's a lot going on. You're gonna have a fully 100% Tatum. You're gonna have a fully Halliburton. We're just gonna see how these teams are gonna be. Atlanta, depending on who the people they keep, they gonna be better next year. Charlotte, can they duplicate that next year from this year? It's a lot of question marks in the East. We'll see. But this is just give Cade the time to just rest up, like I said, be around family, heal up, work out, less stress and everything, and just be about business. You know what I'm saying? I know other teams, other platforms is like, yes, Cade's hurt. Well, we hate that happened for him, but we ain't gonna feel too sorry. Knicks fans and Cavalier fans and Celtics fans, they like, man, this could be our break to catch up. And I hope this doesn't discourage this team to a point to where they've given up on it. And the fans as well. Please don't give up on this team. Even though them prices, them playoff prices is ridiculous, man. It is ridiculous how much they charging people for these prices for the playoffs or just being a season ticket holder, man. It costs. It seems like they raised the price again, which is kind of new. That's what happens when your team get good. They did the same thing with the Lions. So it is what it is. But man, y'all can tell me what y'all think about this Cade Cunningham injury, man. Did it come at the wrong time? With his injury, now do you think guys can step up? Do you think with this injury, our season is done? We're not going to get far. Other teams is going to catch Celtics going to catch up to us. Bad timing. Is he really? If this just is a phantom injury just for him to rest, do you think that he's really hurt? Y'all let me know, man. Let me know in the comment section, man. Y'all can reach me, man. New Breed 313 Sports. 313 The New Breed Real Talk. Part of Detroit Fan Report. Shout out to everybody with the Fan Report. Shout out to Ed, Drew, Ryan, everybody that's with the crew. Man, FD, Sergio, a lot of guys out here, man. Oh yeah. Shout out to Eric Vincent, man. Works with the Pistons. He joined the Fan Report a couple days ago. Was it yesterday? Maybe yesterday. Yeah, was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. No, Monday. Past Monday. Sorry about that. So shout out to Eric Vincent, man. Good brother. He does a good job. Had him on the Fan Report, man. I didn't even know. That surprised me. But big ups to them. Big ups to the Fan Report, man. Big ups to the NBA Nightly. I got some big things going on with that, man. Definitely working on that. just a lot of stuff in the works for this year, man, and beyond, man. I'm just working on some stuff. Um, like I said, doing a lot of solo stuff as well. I don't know. Um, I don't know when the next time the XP is gonna do videos, man. I really don't know. I just been on a solo thing. I don't know what's going on with that. Haven't heard from these dudes really that much, so I don't know. It's I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. Hate to say it, but I don't know what's going on. I thought we had a good thing going, and I don't hear shit. So maybe y'all know. I don't know, but let me know because it don't look like it's nothing gonna be a part of it or nothing gonna start back or whatever the fuck. I don't know. I'm just doing this solo shit right now. Fuck it. So it is what it is. But yeah, man, y'all let me know about this Cade Cunningham injury. Tell me what y'all think. Let a brother know, man. Holla at your boy, man. Peace out.